Hi, and welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to be doing the Manchester United versus Liverpool preview. It's a big one. It's a big one, if you ask me. And I'm honestly not looking forward to Sunday. But before we get to the game, as always, in the previews, I prefer to start with doing a reaction to basically Eric Ten Hag's press conference. And in the press conference this week, what he was asked was, I think one of the first questions he was asked was about, what's his name? Marcus Rashford. One of the journalists asked Ten Hag what he thought about Gary Neville's comment on Rashford that he didn't look right this season. And basically what Ten Hag just said was, he feels like all he knows is that Rashford wants to score goals and wants to get back to his best form and score goals and win trophies with Manchester United. Since we're still in the FA Cup, he's going to be looking forward to winning the FA Cup with us and looking forward to going to the Euros with England and trying to win that. So basically, he didn't really want to get involved in the conversation with Gary Neville, basically. But another question which he was asked about Anthony. They basically asked him what his thoughts were on Anthony, and he basically said that he felt Anthony was improving in the past couple of weeks and was getting back to his best form. And to be fair to the guy, I can't say I disagree. He's looked all right. The Chelsea game, he was, again, like I said, it was a mixed bag of, like he had some good things which he did and some bad things which he did. But basically Ten Hag said that Anthony and Garnacho were very good and impressive against Chelsea, and he felt that our wingers were basically giving us an outlet. So, I don't know. It sounded like he's hoping the same is going to happen against Liverpool. So, we don't know. We'll see what happens about that. What else was he asked about? He was asked about the corner. The corner against Chelsea, which resulted in them scoring the fourth goal from Cole Palmer. He basically said that he felt the player, because the journalist asked Ten Hag what he thought about the players, letting Chelsea just score the goal easily, basically. And what Ten Hag basically said was he felt the players let themselves down and they needed to pay attention and concentrate. So they were caught sleeping, basically, and then Chelsea scored. Chelsea were able to get the winner. Sorry. Chelsea were able to get the winner. So he felt the players need to concentrate, and he also said that he felt game management was important, basically, like towards the end when we were winning, just try to keep the ball. The things that I did say in my match reaction to the Chelsea game. So it's good to see that he's noticed it himself. So, but yeah, moving on from that, he was also asked about Rafa Varane since he was taken off at halftime. He was asked whether he'd be fit for the Liverpool game on Sunday. And Ten Hag basically said that he's not sure. He'll first have to wait and see, because right now they don't know for sure how severe the injury is for Varane. So for me, that's quite concerning, because this guy's always injured, man. Rafa Varane, always injured. I know this season he's been our best defender in terms of centre backs, but he's not fit enough, man. He's always too injury prone. He's old. I say get rid of him in the summer, if I'm being honest. As good as he's been for us this season, I still say get rid. But yeah, that's what I got out of the press conference. So let's move it over to the game itself. Now the game is at Old Trafford, so that makes me feel slightly better than I would have felt if the game was at Anfield, because I know Anfield is a very difficult place to go to. So I don't know, maybe the fans can get on the players' side and help them. Well, another thing which I forgot to mention, Ten Hag did say that he wants the fans to be behind the team on Sunday. So hopefully that happens, and maybe we're able to help the players perform or something, because what we've seen so far this season has not been good at all. It's not been good enough, and it's not acceptable. So I don't know. If I'm being honest, I don't see anything good coming out of that game. I've got a very, very bad feeling when it comes to that game, because we never do well against Liverpool. We never do. So all I ask tomorrow is, again, like I asked before we play Liverpool in the FA Cup final, do not get embarrassed. Come on, show some professional pride. As football players, professional football players, for that matter, you're getting paid very well. Good, that's good for you. Do your thing. But at least show some professional pride. Fight for the badge. This is Manchester United. Fight for the badge and, show some passion. And try not to get humiliated as always, because I'm tired of all these 4-0, 5-0, 6. Like every day it's a hammering. Bro, stop the heavy defeats or heavy losses. So I already know Liverpool are going to come. They're going to suffocate us. They're going to be on our necks the whole time. and we're probably going to look to hit them on a counter, which I agree, and I mean, it's Liverpool, so I accept that. They're good, very good sides, playing defensive football and trying to hit them on the counter, but all I ask is don't lose. Don't try not to embarrass yourselves. Do not try and embarrass yourselves. Like, just fight for the badge, show some passion, and go for it. And you never will know what happens. What would happen? I mean, how good would it be that Man United beat Liverpool and then either City or Arsenal go above them and Liverpool don't get to win the league simply because we cost them by beating them in that game? Beat them or get a draw. We'll take it. If someone has to offer me, I know it's shameless, but if someone has to offer me a draw right now, I'd take it. 0-0. I'm good. Because what I think is going to happen is I think they're going to embarrass us. I'm looking at 3 or 4. But Ten Hag, you dare not lose 4, 5, 6, 7-0 to those guys. You dare not lose heavy defeats. There's 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. Ten Hag, you dare not. You dare not lose like that. Because it's not going to be acceptable. I'm already Ten Hag out. I want him going to end the season. But show some pride. If they're saying they're second at the end of the season, at least show some pride until then. You know? So, anyways, there's not much to say in terms of how the game is going to go. We already know. We're barely going to have the ball. We're just going to look to hit them on the counter. And like I said, this is the one time I'm actually happy. I'm fine with it. It's fine. I accept that Liverpool are the better side. So let's look to hit them on the counter. It's fine. But in terms of the starting 11 that I'd prefer to see us play tomorrow, definitely Onana in goal. In terms of fullbacks, again, we still don't have a left back. So I'd usually say put Delo at left back and Wan-Bissaka at right back, since Delo is better two-footed. He's more two-footed than Bissaka, but we played him at left back and he went basically cost us the game against Chelsea. But also looking at the fact that when we played when we played Liverpool in the FA Cup, Bissaka did a good job on Salah. I know Salah scored, but basically for most of the game he wasn't really that busy. He wasn't that active. So I'd say play Bissaka, Wan-Bissaka left back, Diogo Delo right back, and then centre backs. It's not looking good with Varane. It sounds like Varane might be out. So we're gonna definitely we're gonna have to start with Harry Maguire. And from what I know, Lindelof is injured, and so is Evans. So we might be going into this game with flipping centre back pairing of Harry Maguire and Willy Kambwala. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Kambwala is rubbish, but from what I've seen so far, and that's very limited time to be fair to the boy, but I don't think he's anything special. I don't. Maybe he can prove me wrong, but I don't know. I fear for us. A back four of Bissaka, Kambwala, Maguire, and Delo. I'm sorry, I fear for us. But like I said, hopefully that we don't get smashed. Anyways, that's the back four I'd like to see. And I'm moving around to midfield. I'd like to see Kobe Mainoo in there. I'd like to see some steal. Casemiro got hooked after 70 minutes. But he's very experienced, so I'd just say play Casemiro and Kobe in the middle, and then you can play them with Bruno, midfield 3. I would, if I'm being honest, I'd pick the midfield tomorrow. I'd go with the midfield 3 of Bruno, not Bruno Fernandes. I'd go with the midfield 3 of Kobe Mainoo, Casemiro, and Mason Mount. Just a flat midfield 3. Put Casemiro at the base, put Mount on the left and Kobe on the right. That's the midfield 3 I'd go with. When you go up top, I wouldn't play Rasmus Højlund. And not because I have an agenda against the boy, but I just feel Bruno Fernandes in the midfield is a liability. Put him as a false 9 who he can do all that pressing, because he likes to do all that. He's very, positionally ill-disciplined anyway. So put him in the false 9. On the wingers, I would usually say play Rashford, because he always plays well in the big games. But we saw what he did against Chelsea. I saw that clip of him where he's jogging about the pitch when Chelsea have got the ball. That was disgusting against Chelsea. That was absolutely disgusting from Rashford. And just for that, I say bench him and rather have him come off the bench as an impact sub. Maybe he can have changed the game for us somehow. I don't know. But yeah, I'd play Garnacho on the left, and then I'd play Anthony. Anthony definitely deserves to play on the right, to start. Especially after that brilliant assist of his against Chelsea. That's assist of the season for me so far. But yeah, that's the 11 I'd go with. Players like Rashford and Højlund can come off the bench if needed to come and have an impact on the team. So yeah. Those are my thoughts on tomorrow's game, and hopefully we win, man. I predicted a 3-1 loss for us, which will be bad, but please, man, come on, United, just do something. You know, just try and get a result somehow. I don't know how. I don't care if we play rubbish the whole game. I do not care. Even if you play rubbish the whole game, but you get something out of the game. Take a draw or a win. I mean, we beat them in the FA Cup. surely we can do it again. I know they're probably coming for blood, so it might not be pretty to watch, but Ten Hag, like I said, you dare not lose 4, 5, 6, 7. No, none of that rubbish is gonna wash. You cannot tomorrow. You cannot lose like that. But anyways, yeah, those are my thoughts on tomorrow's game, and hopefully we win. My prediction is we're unfortunately gonna lose 3-1, but I just hope we do something somehow by hook or by crook. We beat Liverpool, even if it's a 1-0, even if it's a deflection or offside goal. I don't care. I'm shameless. Anyway, just make us beat Liverpool somehow, you know. But yeah, those are my thoughts on tomorrow's game. And yeah, so subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and I'll see you soon.